So the reason why I'm using this as my first demo video is because this is the course that I taught, that I created and taught. And I taught it a few times. I taught it 3-hour sessions in the morning or at night, like after dinner time. Um, and I discovered that the course as it exists is great. It should be a 5-hour workshop. So in the 3 hours, we get to the point where we've done an abstract painting lesson, we've done an imaginary lives lesson from the Artist Way, and then we've created abstract painting. And in that 3 hours, we get to the point where we're like, oh, great, my painting is really starting to develop. I'm excited to move to the next step. And then we run out of time. So what we need at that point is we need a lunch so that everybody can get together and talk about what they discovered in this process, and then a couple more hours after lunch to just finish up. Like I said, we always get everybody's painting to a point that we're excited to keep going with it, and then we run out of time. So we need that little bit of extra time to do the workshop as it currently exists. Or I could break it up into 2 different sessions, an abstract painting session and an imaginary live session. So this is going to be the practice video demo. If it were just an abstract painting session, this is one option of what that could be. So I did keep the imaginary lives and a little bit of the art history in the lesson, just so that I have a way of introducing what the concepts are. So like I said in my intro video, if you watched it, The Artist Way, I'm going through and I'm starting at week 1. And the imaginary lives concept shows up in the tasks in week 1 right away. It shows up imaginary lives. If you had 5 other lives to lead, what would you do with each of them? Would you be a pilot, a cowhand, a physicist, a psychic, a monk? Would you be a scuba diver, a cop, a writer of children's books, football player, ballet dancer, painter, performance artist, history teacher, healer, coach, scientist, doctor, Peace Corps worker, psychologist, fisherman, minister, auto mechanic, carpenter, sculptor? And on and on and on it goes. Whatever occurs to you, jot it down. Do not overthink this exercise. The point of these lives is to have fun with them. So look at your list, select one, and then do something with it. For instance, if you jot down country singer, can you pick a guitar? If you picked cowhand, go horseback riding. So when I first created this course for my residency, I chose the imaginary life of dancer. And I actually found out that adult roller skating was a thing. And I didn't go dancing, I went roller skating. But it was just as much fun. So that's what you're supposed to do when you do the Artist Way, is you're supposed to find these imaginary lives and then do something with them. And so I created a course where we take that imaginary life and we make a painting out of it. And then you can go about your week and find other ways to incorporate that life into your actual existence through your activities and whatnot. So one of the things that surprised me in the course is a lot of people wanted to choose a historical figure or a historical time frame. So one person painted the historical city of Ur. And since I was doing the imaginary lives concept, and then I was also doing an art history lesson, and I don't have time for either in this video, I picked 5 abstract artists as my imaginary lives. So I picked Kandinsky, Pollock, Matisse, Rothko, and Mondrian. And they're all famous abstract painters, European and American abstract painters. So go through And here, I'll put the list up close so everybody can see the names of the artists. So that's the art history lesson, is I'm including all of those. Pollock is the one that is famous for the spatters and the drizzle. So he's the imaginary life that I chose to do this demo painting. So we're going to get started with the demo painting right away. So regardless of whether or not you're using a bright white canvas or one that you're painting over, pick a color,